Today we have an absolute value machine that looks to bleed the opponents out slowly and grind them into dust. Not to mention, it's been a little while since I got to play a pretty solid Mardu build. So we're looking at Mardu Sacrifice, and I'm super stoked about this one because it generates a ton of sacrificial fodder through tokens. Tokens like the tokens off of Jadar. We've also got the new Lord Skitter Sewer King. This thing is amazing. Not only acting as like a graveyard trespasser, exiling key pieces from our opponent's graveyard, aka the 5-color deck that's looking to do a bunch of nonsense from the graveyard, but it also generates these 1/1 rats that we can use as fodder for sacrificial, pawns going forward. And then of course Urbrask's Forge. And because we are running a ton of tokens, our draw mechanic here today is going to be Takasia's Welcome. It's going to allow us to draw cards passively every single turn without having to do anything other than investing that 3 mana into the board. And then we also have some great ways to sacrifice creatures like Rite of Oblivion and Ob Nixilis, both for great removal, but also to get an Ob on the field and obviously start bleeding the opponent down or forcing them to discard cards. And then Vran, every time we sacrifice something, which Jadar does and the Forge does and the Oblivion does and the Ob does, they're going to be taking 2 damage every single time, which is super high value. And then let's just say the opponent sweeps the board or whatever they may want to do, we can always Virtue of Persistence in the late game, plus we can steal anything we've killed along the way as another sort of win con up top. And then not to mention Rankle's Prank, absolutely chef's kiss in this deck. We got this, surprised a lot of people with this card. It does a lot of really amazing shenanigans for us and it fits in this build perfectly. So we are going to jump into it though. Some really crazy games, guys. I hope you enjoy. If you are new here, we do post videos just like this 5 days a week. So if you enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that stuff helps out an absolute ton and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy the video. We'll see you at the end. Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are running a Mardu mob special. This one is a Mardu sacrifice list, and we've been having a lot of fun already with this thing. It's been an absolute blast. It looks to just absolutely grind the opponent into oblivion. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. I don't have any swamps here, which could end up biting me in the butt, but at least we got a turn 3 Urbrask's Forge into a Wandering Emperor, so I can't be too mad at it. And I would imagine we're up against 5 colors, seeing a Jund. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's get the Forge down here. This could be 5-color Joda? I don't know. This thing can sacrifice itself to give legendary creatures 1/0 and indestructible to the end of turn. Okay. What do I do with this information now? I feel like I should answer soon, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I just go Takasia Welcome. I need to draw some cards here. I'm not under too much pressure, you know what I mean? All right, no attacks, no point. All right, so now we got the Takasia Welcome down. We've got Rite of Oblivion in hand. I can also Wandering Emperor something away with the current mana that we have. I need to find a swamp though. Omnath? Hold on, we haven't even I don't think I've ever seen anyone play this. Give me a second. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes black instead. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. Maybe reveal that card 3 other mana symbols on it. There's a cost to do. What? Put a hand. Okay, that's not good. That is not good. Let's try to find a swamp here to deal with that. Give me a swamp, give me a swamp, give me a swamp. Oh, you're kidding me. All right, well, I got a swamp. Not the one we were looking for, though. And I'm gonna go Wandering Emperor here. And I'm gonna take out the Gwenna because Gwenna gives them too much of a mana ramp here. Even if they sack the bodyguard, it still dies. So I would have been happy if they did that. Shoot, we're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. I mean, next turn though, I could double up on the Rite of Oblivion and the Emperor, so that's kind of nice. And we've got our value machine on the field currently, so that's fine. If that's what they want to do for the turn, I am totally down for that. Totally down for that. All right, so first things first. We bring in the Forge creature. We draw a card. It's another swamp. I did need that. All right, and then we're going to Oblivion our friend here. Indestructible or not, you're toast. And then we're gonna flash in the Wandering Emperor to answer probably the Shieldred here. The Bodyguard's been sitting there, man. It's been doing its thing, but I don't really offer anything that destroys a creature. So the ability that they have there to give indestructibility doesn't really apply. If it gave hexproof, that'd be another story. Now, there was a slight chance the opponent would have had a counter there, and they would have probably blown me out at that point, but we got around it nicely. Hellish Norn. I mean, we're drawing pretty good here. Definitely drawing well. They're not giving me a lot of options here. I'm gonna go here.
Until next time, then.
Okay. I'm going to Oblivion this away so I can draw some cards and do what I need to do when the Forge comes in. Plus the Skrelv's Might still has Summoning Sickness, so we get around that nonsense a little bit, which is great. It can't block either, which means that we're going to be able to get this attack through, drawing a card, and get the Ob Nixilis off. We draw Rankle's Prank, which is so good. All right, casualty this. We're looking to gain some life here. I think we win, guys. I mean, their deck was very cool and very powerful, but like I said, we are an absolute grind machine. So these types of decks that go a little bit more mid-range and look to go late in the game, they're not going to do very well against us. All right, Purifying Blade is fine. They've ran out of the big hitters, I can tell. The big hitting baddies. All right, are they going to give it protection from red? They don't, which is going to allow me to blow up the Skrelv's Might, which is not the play for them. I don't know why they would have done that. They might scoop here out of anger. Oh, indestructibility. Okay. I mean, why would you save that, though? That doesn't make any sense. You could have saved this instead of that. I mean, this should just about wrap it up here, guys. Let's go ahead and do this. Force them in every single position. This card is disgusting. They sacrifice 2 cards. They discard their entire hand, and they're going to take 4 damage. I mean, it's just cruel. Let's go here and here. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Your punishment.
GG's, man. That card is so nasty. Rankle's Prank is broken, man. In some spots, obviously, it can be a little bit tricky to play sometimes, but in a lot of spots in our build, it makes a lot of sense. Trying to see what they discarded there. All right, GG's. All right, not a bad way to start things off. Like I said, if we go late into the game, we're feeling nice, man. We're feeling real good. Opponent goes first. Yikes, dude. And they're top 1700. I don't know if that means anything. If that means like aggro. There's a lot of mono red up at the top. Shoot, this could be really good or really bad. I'm gonna keep it. We gotta rely on the mana to hit, which, you know, you never like to see, but let's find out. I do like the Jadar there. That's nice. Got my passive sacrificial fodder. Ooh, that's a good find too. I will be taking care of this now. I'm being done with that, getting it out of the way. Gain some life back too from the damage I took from it, so good start. Really wish I can get the Forge going next turn, but you know, if we gotta settle for like a Jadar, I'm fine with that. Very cool lands. I like these new lands, man. They're really fun. Interesting. No place from the opponent there. Almost certainly we're gonna lose whatever we play here. I'm gonna try to play out the Jadar. And wow, no cut down, no go for the throat, and they didn't have a turn 3 drop like a Graveyard Trespasser. That seems a bit unlikely, but it happened. Here we are. Definitely going Forge here. Forge is one of those cards that's really, really difficult for mono black to answer. I like our chances here, guys. It's going along pretty well. I don't love, you know, the idea of potentially seeing a Shieldred come down this next turn. I have a couple ways to deal with it, but I'd like to save the Oblivion for the inevitable Persistence coming down. All right. All right, well, here's the thing, right? Maybe I will hit it with the Oblivion. Maybe I will, because if we hit it with the Oblivion, we have another Oblivion later, but I really could just exile everything from the graveyard. Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with the Oblivion. I'm gonna go Vran first, maximize the amount of life given here off of the sacrifice. And then we can look to skitter the graveyard. Can we hit our own graveyard with this card? I actually don't even know. At the beginning of combat, your turn. One target card from an opponent's graveyard. Okay, so they will be able to go fish things out of my graveyard. So yeah, that is something we're gonna have to answer down the road.
I've always hated clowns.
Interesting. No other plays from the opponent here, which opens the door for a Sewer King. I would imagine they had an answer for the Urabrask's Forge token, which is why they were pretty confident in minusing with the Liliana there, which they're unfortunately going to have to use on the Skitter King. There it is. So no more Liliana for them. They thought they could get through that turn, but I was under the impression they had that kill spell, which allowed me to read it a little bit. 6 mana. We're 1 turn away from that Persistence coming down, which is totally fine as long as we've got the Oblivion in hand. Not to mention we have another Skitter King. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. We do need land, so I can't be too mad at that. We got to get to our own Persistence, of course. I'm gonna go with the Sewer King here, because we got to go with the getting a rat at the beginning of the turn here. Shieldred's Edict, that's tough. But hey, like I said, you know, my premonition of the fact that they can't really do much about the Urabrask's Forge is really shining through here. Mono Black just doesn't have artifact answers. Oh, brother, that's actually really good, though, because now they're going to plus and get rid of my Wandering Emperor. Rankle's pretty sweet. All right. I mean, we just kill this, so that's nice. But, yeah, potential Persistence coming in here. I like that their only play, though, is the Persistence. That's all they have. That means we're sitting quite nice, honestly. We hit them for 6. We eat up their Persistence with the Oblivion, and that'll do it, man. We've got lethal on board now, and the opponent has no idea that we're even sitting on a Rankle's Prank, so even let's say they find a Shieldred, they're toast. That'll do it. GG's. They didn't draw very well. I wish they would have, because I really wanted to play the prank, but we'll take the win either way. Good start. All right, we just played another game that you guys are not going to see, unfortunately. We went against one of the worst ropers I've ever played against. And they would take the rope down all the way to the bottom, you know, re-up and then do it again and again and again. So that was a very long, tedious game. I think they were mad because I got, I blew up their game plan pretty fast, and I think they were just pretty upset. So we did get the win, though, 92%. But man, oh man, do I hate playing against opponents that do stuff like that. Got a pretty good start here. It's a little slow, but we're up against Orzhov, so slow is not going to matter too much, I don't think. Okay. Ooh, it's Esper, huh? Esper. Oh boy. That is going to be a problem. I'm not gonna lie. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Let's get down the old Sewer King here. Do our thing with the exiling of the graveyard. Man, what do we do about Rafine? I mean, I have answers. Don't get me wrong. They're in my hand, but I just don't know if I love the ward cost on that thing. Oh, and now they can give it indestructibility and hexproof. 3 mana and tap. Yeah, they have the mana to do it. Will they take advantage of it? All right, well, this one's not looking very promising for us, that's for sure. The good news is this Plaza of Heroes only works on Rafine, right? So I can take out the 4/4, which is really the biggest problem here, if I'm being honest. And that still leaves me enough to play out the Jadar as well. All right, let's avoid the Make Disappear though, right? So let's play this now before we get hit with the Make Disappear. That way we can afford to pay the 2 mana. There we go, that hits. Jadar might get hit with Make Disappear though. We might end up losing that. Yeah, so be it. So be it. We do get to exile another card from the graveyard. We take the Rafine. We swing through with our 3 because we can't really do anything about blocking. So send it. I mean, we're playing as good as we can play. Like we're working around all the pieces that we think they may have, and we've been right so far about all of them. So it's nice to get it right once in a while, but does it mean we're gonna have a chance to win? I don't know. Ooh, there we go, another hit for the graveyard for the Skitter King, and we can pay the 1 ward on the Wandering Emperor play here. Something tells me though that they left mana open for the Make Disappear. Man, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. I say we send it though. I mean, I just don't know. I say we send it because there's a chance we get hit with Make Disappear, sure, but there's also a chance, you know, if we let them on tap. Yes, and then if we let them on tap here, they now have the Plaza of Heroes to work with. That's what I was worried about. All right, well, we've seen 2 Make Disappears now. Unfortunate. And as long as they keep that mana up for Plaza of Heroes, we're gonna have a really hard time dealing with the Rafine here, man. Ugh, we would have been so far ahead if they didn't have a second Make Disappear, because we'd kill the Rafine. We would have had 2 life on my board here, and then they would have had to attack into the Wandering Emperor. We blow this up the following turn. It would have been just pretty, but instead, the Rafine lives. It lives on. Alright, they have to cycle 2 cards back to the graveyard here though, and then they are going to draw a card off the Wedding Announcement. A little bit of a bummer there. Oh boy, I don't think we can do it, guys. I really don't. I really wish we could, but I just don't think it's possible. Rafine is kicking our butt right now. I mean, I could go with the Ob Nixilis, I guess, which would be a really good way to mitigate by gaining some life, but then they just swing over the top with the Rafine anyways. Man. There's just so many counter opportunities for them, which is really bumming me out. All right, I'm gonna go for the Ob here. We're gonna see what happens. Actually, undo that. Undo, cancel. Let's attack first. Let's attack first. Try to maximize the amount of damage we're doing to the opponent here, because this is gonna come down to a nail-biting finish here, like who's gonna deal the most damage the fastest here. And I think, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And that makes their Plaza of Heroes no good anymore. Right? Am I reading that right? Plaza of Heroes needs 3. Okay, I mean, we could try it. This could be a big bait. Yeah, they have a make disappear. Oh, man. Oh, they don't. They don't. Hold. Dude, a third make disappear there might have made me cry. Yes, dude. Okay. We're playing. We're in this. All right. Loyalty, that's fine. Sheesh, man. They're sending it though. 4, 5, 6, 7 total damage potentially here. Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. Not out of the woods yet, ladies and gentlemen. Man, what do we do? That land being able to attack and dish out that damage that way is kind of nuts. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance here. I thought we did, but that land over here is making things quite impossible, I think. Man, I just need more mana. We need more mana, dude. I don't know if this is even the right call, but we're gonna play it anyways because I don't have very many great options here. We're gonna gain 2 life here going back to 5. We have 1 blocker. No attacks. I mean, we can't block anyways, but still no attacks. We're not gonna run one of these into the 3/3 though. For no reason here. Oh, Shielder, that'll just about do it, honestly. I mean, they kind of take a turn off here. They could have maybe closed out if they swung through with this. I still think they do win here. Yeah, they take me to 2, actually. Yeah, that'll do it. Dang, man, we put up a really good fight, though. We put up as good of a fight as we could have. I mean, this is going to save us, I guess. This will save us for the time being. Doesn't really matter, though. Doesn't really matter though, does it?
Pleasure doing.
Wait, we hung on my thread. Oh man, that'll do it. GG's. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop it up now. We hung on as long as we possibly could. They just had everything that was, you know, really good against us and had it at the right times, you know. That's magic sometimes, man. Man, we played pretty good, I feel like, though. Man, what a wave of emotions we felt on that one. I thought maybe we would have had him, but nice. We got a pretty good starting hand here, especially if we're against aggro. A plains comes down, huh? All right, we'll start it off with a Jadar then. I'm not too afraid of removal. Obviously, we could see a swamp here and that could change, but for now, I feel pretty comfortable. Man, a sweeper could be pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie, but I still like my chances here. That might have been pretty dumb, honestly, of me attacking with both the Jadar and the zombie. Maybe don't do that if you're doing the same thing as me, because Virtue of Loyalty is a real deal thing out there, and a smite could have got us too, so be careful. Be careful. Ooh, some Sewer King action. I mean, we're just kind of marching them down right now. They're not really doing anything, which is allowing me to, you know, beat them down very, very fast and very easily. We're at lethal already, so there better be a depopulate in their future. A depopulate, or at least a wandering emperor to do some exiling and gain some life, you know? Lay down arms, that'll do it. You got something else like that though? All right, we try to swing all here. There's no wandering emperor coming down this turn. If just Mishra's Foundry, huh? Okay. Which means they go down to 4, which is right in range of our good friend Rankle's Prank. GG's. Well, that was simple. Those are the kind of games I love, right? You just play your cards on curve and it always works out, you know? It's the best kind of game. Surely there was a lot more to their deck than just that. I think they had a bit of a slow start there. They had to have had some 1 and 2 drops that, you know, they might have missed out on. unfortunately, because this meta does not allow for you to get off your first play being, you know, the Aganjo there. Even though I've kept hands that unfortunately don't start until turn 3, but you can't really do that right now. The meta is just so fast. I feel like I should probably drop that. I'm gonna regret that. I already know it. I already know it. All right, very, very happy we found a land there. Pretty happy to see green lands too here. Blue and black are the colors you don't want to be seeing, in my opinion. Those are the two colors that I really, really hate. All right, so Orzhov tells us a lot about their build here. They're definitely looking to do some 1/1 counters and scale upwards, which means Persistence probably not going to be a great removal card here, but Wandering Emperor certainly should be able to grab something here pretty good. This is starting to look like a repeat of last game, huh? Certainly looking that way. It's almost identical. It's kind of eerie. All right, let's attack in. Take him down to 8. We just need a land. If we had Rankle's Prank in hand and we hit a land, that would be hilarious, but that'd be too perfect. All right, they bring that back, but it is going to have Summoning Sickness and it's going to also be tapped. So unable to make a chump block with that. We can, oh, it's going to get 2 counters, huh? Wow, just out of range. Just out of range. Does it matter though? Probably not. Because we send everything here and then we look to Persistence the Calyx on the back end here. Doesn't matter, they die anyways to the Varand. Boom, maybe. Didn't even do the math on that. Didn't need to. Math is for blockers, am I right? Those wins were way too easy, which means Karma's about to bite me in the butt right about now. Here's where we take another L. At least we're climbing in a positive direction, right? 2 wins, 1 loss. I'm already writing it off as a loss because I just feel like, again, Karma there was just too good. The opening hand here is good because I got the Jadar on 2 into a welcome. If I find any land source, I do prefer it to be red, obviously, because of the Forge. All right, maybe Karma hasn't quite hit us yet. But Esper colors, we saw what happened last time. Kind of our weakness, honestly. Okay. I do have a way to deal with it. Maybe I should just take it out now. I don't love the fact that it can come back from the graveyard. Would really like to see our Skitter King. Is this going to be the exact same build? Are we looking at a repeat of Rafine here? I really hope not. Oh yeah, this is definitely Esper Legends. Rafine it is. Super King, okay, sure. Oh, we find a Sewer King of our own. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I feel like I should match them. I'm gonna match their energy. Let's match that energy. Let's take out their creature here so they can't replay it from the graveyard. And then next turn, I have 4 mana, so I can then Persistence this away and then hopefully take it from the graveyard. That's the goal, at least. Shoot. Well, now I need a Rite of Oblivion, so that's cool. That is not a Rite of Oblivion. Okay, so if we go here, that leaves... Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go like so. And like so. All right, we're looking for some life gain tools, though. We do need to see a Vran potentially here if we're going to keep up the pace with the Shieldred. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. Shieldred makes things very, very awkward for me here. And then they find a Rafine. I mean, this is definitely the matchup we don't want to be seeing. At this point, I'm starting to realize just how good Esper Legends can be against us. It's still possible. I still have Rite of Oblivion potentially to top deck here, and you know, if we get lucky enough, but I don't have a good block here against the Shieldred, which is the bad part. If they pump the rat and they find 2 counters here, what I say about karma, guys. Those last two games were way too easy. I knew it. I knew it. Can we redeem ourselves though? I have a feeling the opponent is struggling so hard with this decision because they have to give up 2 cards that are not lands in order for this to make sense on the attack. And I don't think they're willing to give up those 2 cards. So now they're weighing out if they should just lose the rat. Nope, they choose not to lose the rat. They might not think I had the guts to do this, but I'm actually gonna do it. Try to absorb as much damage as possible here. Man, I've never been so unhappy in my life to see a Tikasia Welcome in my hand, you know what I mean? What a bummer. I do need to draw the cards though, nonetheless, so we do send in the 2/2. All right, they block. Yep, sure thing. Give me something tasty here, man. Give me like a Wandering Emperor, Rite of Oblivion. No, it's a Skitter King. That's fine. I mean, it's something. It is something. And then if I block with Jadar here on the Shieldred, which is I probably should do, that'll probably be okay because I've got other ways to draw cards now with the Forge and the Sewer King. And let's see what they pump up here. The right play here would be to pump up the Rafine because I can block the Shieldred. Yeah, they choose the Rafine. Their ability to give hexproof though, this Plaza of Heroes, it makes this deck so good. So good. Man, what a problem we have on our hands, huh? I mean, the dream is still alive though. Like I said, the dream is still alive as long as the Rite of Oblivion comes off the top. But that is so unlikely. And then I do also need them to kind of tap out because right now they have enough mana to activate the Plaza. Ay. Sewer King is not it, Chief. I will play it because it can block. And it draws me a card. Come on, Oblivion. Give me the Oblivion. It's our only hope now. Oh, we get it. We actually hit it. Oh my god. And they tapped out. They tapped out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's happening. It's happening, guys. All right. I'm not attacking because there's no point. I really could use these 2 guys for, you know, sacrificial fodder. And I can't really do much damage when we're talking about the opponent having 32 life. Man, these are back-to-back games where we've gotten so close to making a comeback, but it's just too late. We're at 7 life, which is just, it's just too much. Too much of a problem to overcome. That Shieldred ate us up, man. Maybe they're gonna Void Rend the Welcome. And no pun intended, I kind of welcome that if that's what they want to do because they would be having to tap down a little bit here. I mean, they have the simple win condition here if they just don't do anything and they keep attacking with the Rafine. I can't really do anything about it because of the Plaza. But if they tap down to try to get a little bit greedy here. Yeah, I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would, which, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. What if let me see what I can draw here. Let's just take one quick peek here at what I can draw here. My thing's taking forever to load, of course. All right, it's not gonna work. Cool. I don't think there's an answer here. I guess Ob Nixilis would be the only potential answer here. So let's give myself an option here at Ob Nixilis. That keeps me alive another turn. All right, I lied. I guess that keeps me alive for one more turn. All right, and now we can kind of start attacking and taking down some of this life total. All right, Wandering Emperor is definitely a thing here, though. Could absolutely get hit with a Wandering Emperor, and if that happens, it's game over. Dang it, man. We were doing so good again, where we were just like right there. We kill the Rafine, and then it's game over, but killing the Rafine is the real trick, isn't it? I wish my little helper here was working. I could see my cards in my build, so I can kind of make a better decision on whether or not I want to, you know, go about drawing or whatnot. All right. Well, now I regret everything. Because what are the odds? Let's just think about this. What are the odds they were planning on playing that the whole time? Pretty high, right? So if I would have attacked in first to draw that out, I mean, hindsight being 2020, no one ever could have made that call, but let's just say we did make that call and then they tap out like that. Then we use the Oblivion, but gosh. What a bummer, man. We're in range of persistence too, of all things. Like we could have gotten the persistence down instead of exiling the Shieldred and stuff. We could have actually stolen the Shieldred and gotten back in this game, but we didn't have time. Like the pressure was just too high. Oh, they have. Oh, they could. 2 cards. I forgot they can do 2 cards cycled away because they had 2 creatures attacking there. Smart. GG's. Got us again. Esper Legends. Apparently the weakness to our deck. So if you're playing this, watch out for Esper. That'll do it for me today, guys. We'll be back again here tomorrow with another one, but huge shout out if you made it this far into the video. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart because it helps out so much more than you might know by sticking through the video like you did. So appreciate you very much for that, and I hope you enjoyed today's list. I'm super stoked that we got a chance to play Mardu. It's been so long, it feels like, and it's not often these days we get to play a good Mardu build, so this one was nice. Not to mention, I love me some Sacrifice. So I hope you found some value in today's build, though, and again, we'll be back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and huge shout out to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program on the channel. These people help support me monetarily every single month, so huge shout out to them. If you're watching, thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you very much for that. And if you want to learn more about becoming a Mardu Mob member, it's the little join button down below or the link in the description. But that does it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the Mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.